right, I'm joined here by Lindo Khuzwayo, who's fighting on Aquila Boxing Promotions November the 1st, Santon Mayhem. You got Lawal from Nigeria. Step up an opponent for you, international. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
No, I feel good, Hayden. Okay, firstly, I want to say hello to everybody watching this. Hello to you, Hayden. No, going to this fight, I feel good. You know, I never thought I would ever get this opportunity, but here it is. You know, so early in the career, but I'm grateful. You know, coming all the way from amateur ranks. You know, fighting on the first bout on professional tournaments. Now I'm co-main-eventing, so that's very good. You know, I'm actually proud and I'm happy and I'm grateful for the opportunity.
I mean, amazing. An international contest against a guy with 20-2, a very good record that he has. What do you make of him?
Yeah, I think he can box, you know. I don't want to say a lot about him, and I did watch him a bit, but, you know, he's a boxer. He has blood, you know, he feels pain just like I do. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good fight. It's challenging, it's going to be nice. I like fights like this, you know.
Yeah, and it's pushing you in a direction of titles.
Exactly.
That's
So I'm going to build from this.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Your last fight, I want to go quickly back to that. How did you feel? Did you think the result was fair?
You know, from last fight, I don't want to really look into it in terms of results, you know, but I feel like I could have done better, you know. So that is how I'm looking at it. Okay, Lindo, you could have done better. You know, you could have performed better on that day. You know, in terms of the results, you know, we fight. Sometimes the judges judge. You know, that's their job. You know, but you know, a lot of people have been saying I won that fight, but I'm not taking that in. You know, I'm looking in terms of okay, how can I improve? How can I do better from that? You know, the thing is, you know, from the amateurs, I've been fighting southpaws and I've been struggling with southpaws. You know, and it's so funny how now a professional I've fought 3 southpaws, so I'm keep on fighting southpaws. You know, time and time again. So, but I know. Maybe it's maybe I don't know. Maybe in future I'm gonna have a big fight and it's gonna be with the southpaw. So maybe I'm developing. I don't know. So yeah, I'm just grateful for getting opportunities and fighting. The last fight, I could have done better. That was what I've been saying from the very first. You know, the moment I walked out of the ring, I said I could have done better.
And now it gets into a point of you're going to be fighting better and better. Now we're going to say southpaws, but you know, better and better opponents as well. I mean, this guy, he comes in with experience in the professional ranks. How much do you read into his experience?
You know, when I fought Matuna, they said experience. When I fought Jeff Makagane, it was experience. Now I'm fighting this guy. You know, a lot of people have been saying his experience because they judge him from, you know, his fights and all that. But man, it's just another dude, I feel. You know, just as Makakane, just as Jeff, just as Maduna, and the other guys I've fought before, you know. Even when I fought Makhanene in East London, they said he had experience, you know, because he had more fights. Even in the amateurs, he had more fights than me. But you know, it's just a fight, man. We're going to see how it plays out in the ring. You know, hopefully, and I pray to God I'm going to come off his shoes.
Yeah, but you're on a bill with a lot of other exciting fighters as well. Titetso as well. Everyone's identifying as a blue chip prospect. To be alongside all of these other guys, obviously including yourself there alongside you, how does it feel, you know, with this new generation of boxers coming through?
Yeah, I feel we have a promising South African resume that is coming about, you know, if I would say. So I also was watching the club promotion fights, and the guys, most of the guys that I fought with in the amateurs, they Moisi days, you know, have been doing extremely amazing. You know, they have titles now. It's very good, and they box amazed exceptionally well this past tournament. And now I'm gonna be fighting with the likes of Kane, you know, Tisetso, the likes of Liam and stuff, and all of them. You know, it's amazing to see how we are developing as a South African, you know, let me just say resume. You know, how we are going about is promising. I won't lie. From what I've seen, I'm saying the South African boxing career is very promising.
And I think onto that point that you just mentioned there, it's so important that when you have guys coming from other countries, like Kane's got an Argentinian coming in, you've got a guy from Nigeria, to represent South Africa and sort of win, not only for yourself, but for the country. And, you know, we want to produce more world champions, and this is a big step towards that.
Definitely. I also saw Smash Hatebe Warner as well. That was very good. You know, I was motivated as well. So if the other guys are doing it, so what would stop me? You know, I too can do it. I know I'm capable, and I'll do it come the 1st of November.
And what sort of performance are we looking at in this fight from you? Has the training camp been a good one?
Definitely. The training camp has been good. You know, I'm not gonna go deep into it, but it has been good. You know, so I don't want to go into details of how I'm gonna fight. All I know is I'm gonna win.
Okay.
That I'm gonna make sure.
Important for the fans, I think, to know what not what you're going to do on the night, but what to expect. And I think you said that you're going to put in a good performance on the night. Are you going to look for a fight of the night type performance? Are you going to look for a one-sided? But how do you visualize it? Let's put it that way.
You know, I watch this guy's. You know, some of his fight. You know, most of the time he boxes on the back foot and stuff like that. You know, I too can box on the back foot, and I feel like he's kind of technical stuff. So if you put two technical fighters, you know, in the same ring and they box, usually that fight becomes boring, you know. Sometimes that what happens. But if you get two fighters in the ring and they fight for the fans, that usually becomes, you know, an interesting fight. So looking to the fight, I think it's gonna be a more technical fight, you know. But for sure, it's gonna be nice to watch. So I am saying to people, they must come and buy tickets. You know, it's going to be a nice fight for sure.
And it must be confidence for you being the co-main events of the evening as well. They've shown faith in you and what you can do. How does that feel?
Good. Sean has been believing in me since day one, since I came in. You know, so having a trainer like that, having a manager like that who believes in your capabilities and stuff, it's always amazing. You know, so again, I'm grateful, you know, to have a manager and a trainer like him. You know, he's always believing in you and your capabilities. You know, of which that is why I'm getting this opportunity right now, because he knows that I'm capable of beating this guy, of which I will. So, yeah.
Do you have a message for him?
The dude that I want to fight? No, not that much. We're just going to fight. Same on the 1st of November. Can't wait.
All right, we can't wait for the press conference and the weigh-in to come about. Obviously, you guys will meet face-to-face. As of right now, you guys are preparing for your fight still, and we'll see that on the 1st of November. So looking forward to that one, Lindo. Always an exciting fight when you're in the ring. Obviously, the featherweight division's stacked and loaded, and with you involved in there, it's going to be fascinating to see how next year plays out as well.
Always, brother.
Yeah, man. So I wanted to ask you, do you have any thank yous, any shout-outs just lastly?
No, you know, I just want to say, you know, there's something of which, you know, I don't usually say predict a fight and say I'm going to win that fight. But this time I'm saying I'm going to win this fight.
That's why I didn't ask the question, sorry.
You know?
Yeah.
But you know, I'm just realizing something. There's power in what we speak. You know, that is why right now, this time, I'm emphasizing that I'm going to win this fight, because I realize there's power. You know, when I fought Jeff Magagane, you know, I came out and I wrote a post on Facebook, and I said, one might have seemed like a little setback. It was actually to a journey, to something greater. Little did I know that actually that something greater that I was talking about is just going to be happening very soon. You know, so I'm saying there's power in what we speak. Obviously, right now, that is why right now I'm emphasizing that this fight I'm going to win for sure. So again, let me get back to your point. Any shout outs? I want to give thanks to my sponsors. Firstly, I want to give thanks to God, you know, Jesus Christ, you know, for granting me with this gift, boxing, you know, and talent and everything, speed, power. So I'm grateful to him, and I want to give a huge shout out to sponsors: Jenny's Liquor, Blue Label, Sizanani Plastic. We're grateful. Lake Promotions, we're grateful, and I want to thank Aquila Boxing Promotion for the opportunity. We're truly grateful. You know, they've been there, and I'm truly grateful. And I want to thank Uncle Neil. I want to thank my family. I want to thank Coach, you know, he's been holding us down, you know, shouting and all that, you know, all for the better of us. I've always been saying that in all the interviews, because he does. But for the better of us, of which I'm truly grateful. I want to thank all the team behind, the sparring partners as well. You know, Tony Rashid has been coming in, he's been giving me good rounds. You know, so I'm grateful to Tiseto, he's been sparring me as well, JJ as well. So I'm truly grateful, you know, Coach Head as well. I'm truly grateful, they've been there. So I can't wait for the night. Thank you to you, Hayden.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.